weather can change history. Take the Great Miami Hurricane of 1926. Not only did it provide a nickname for University of Miami athletic teams, but it left a lasting impact on the Southeast and Augusta. That began the year before, when financier J. Perry Stoltz came to our town. Stoltz, as most anyone in the 1920s could tell you, was the wealthy investor behind Miami's then famous Fleetwood Hotel. The Fleetwood symbolized the growing American tourism industry in those spendthrift pre-Depression days. Stoltz thought he would recapture his success of the Miami Fleetwood with another Fleetwood, this one in Augusta, which had a long history of tourism. Stoltz planned his hotel on a large tract outside town and used as his construction headquarters the property's 1850s farmhouse, which he planned to tear down when the project was complete. The proposed hotel's foundations were staked out, and in 1926, Stoltz manned a shovel for the ceremonial groundbreaking. But as 1926 progressed, more delays occurred. A rail line had to be built out to the property to deliver steel. Then, in September, a hurricane of historic proportions hit Miami, 543 miles away. The 1926 storm was one for the ages. We don't hear much about it almost 90 years later, but its impact was devastating for much of the region. It leveled most of Miami and killed more than 300 people. Many historians say it provoked the beginnings of the Great Depression in the Southeast. It destroyed much of Miami's burgeoning tourism industry and ruined many of those who had invested heavily in it. Commodore Stoltz was among them. His Augusta project was abandoned, and that old farmhouse that he was going to tear down as soon as it was finished, it's still standing. You know it today as one of the most photographed images in Augusta, the Augusta National Clubhouse. Maybe a national golf club would be somewhere else. Maybe the Masters tournament would be held elsewhere. And maybe Augustans would be spending their Aprils watching the world's best golf on their televisions and not in person. But we don't, and we have a hurricane to thank for it. But it wouldn't be here today if a Florida developer had gone through with his original plan to put a hotel on the site and tear it down.